Hello everybody. Good evening, good morning and good afternoon wherever you are in the world. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. Thank you for joining me once again. And I had a delivery of these this week. I was waiting for them to come into stock in the UK and then waiting for an order that needed to go in. So I've not actually played with these yet. I've just opened the box and this is quite useful actually. I'm quite pleased that there's a little plastic bag inside, because if they're anything like the brushos that we had in stock last year, they are prone to wandering, these little crystals, and so anything that can help just contain them a little bit is a really good idea. So I grabbed out a couple of stamp sets that I thought might be nice to play with it. The unicorn one and this lovely open flower. Hi everybody, hi Rhonda, hi Louisa, hi Pam, hi Karen. This open flower kind of is begging for something pretty and sprinkling. Now the cardstock, I know it might look like very vanilla, it's not. It is the shimmer white cardstock that Stampin' Up sell. That one's got a bit of a crease in it, but I thought, you know what, I could probably hide these little smudgeroos on here. I'm sorry I haven't changed my backing sheet. I haven't really tidied up since the other night, and I've been busy. I've had a nice day today, had a friend visit, so I know. Well, I really, if you've seen any of my other videos that I've done with the brushos, you know that I do love this kind of thing. And I'm intrigued as to how to use them. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was going to happen. So it's got a screw top lid. And then it also has this very cool thing that pops open. This is much better than the good old, I just popped holes in my brushos, but that is such a better design. That is brilliant. You've played with them, Rhonda. Oh good. And you like the black and white. Yes, my cold is much better, although I've managed to pass it on to all my family. And my husband is preaching tomorrow, so bless him. At least I didn't have to preach. I just came on here and snorted my way through a few lives. Okay, so let's have a look at these colours. So this is Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo. Actually, I don't know why I'm screwing the lids back on, but I know if I keep that there. Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo. Oh, I'm going to need that next to that. Granny Apple Green. Is this Bermuda Bay? Oh, some of my favourite colours. Mango Melody. Put that there. See, I automatically start making rainbows. I can't help it. I do this with like even storage that I see that is rainbow coloured. I have to have them in rainbow colours. I have to sort them out into the correct hues. Okay, I was thinking of doing some embossing, heat embossing, but I decided against it. I haven't really got time to do that tonight, so maybe another day I'll come on and do that, and maybe I'll pre-emboss some cardstock, because I really do think that it behaves slightly differently with embossed outlines. It creates a bit of a relief, like a gutter and a relief around the water. So, but I haven't really got time for that tonight, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use the good old Memento ink. So I've got here the black Memento, which is quite a good choice of ink because it dries quite quickly. If you want to do a bit of extra heat setting, you can do with it. But I'm hopefully not going to have to do that tonight. So I'm just going to stamp a few of these images. There we go. There is a nice open leaf design here, this one. So we'll just pop don't know how I got water on that already. So I'm just very deliberately putting this design in. As in, I'm not doing a second generation. You know, you're probably used to me kind of going stamp, 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 but I'm not doing that because I really want this very clear line drawing to happen. And then I did have an idea about having the unicorn in the middle and then having some flowers around it. Because I don't know if you saw my video from a couple of months ago. It was part of the Stampin' Sunday book. If you haven't seen it, do go back and watch it. But I did have a go with making what I called faux kind of pigment sprinkles or brushes by scraping our watercolour pencils onto wet paper. So that's how I got this background effect, and then had the unicorn and then had it surrounded with the flowers. And this is a very 3D kind of it's a little kind of like hanging for a child's bedroom. So do go back and watch that if you want to. But I wonder if I can get that sort of effect by using just stamps today. I'll have a go at it. How is everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Have you been up to much on this Saturday? Oh, I don't know how you missed that one. I thought you'd seen all my videos, Jenny. Don't go now, though. Watch it later. Yeah. My daughter helped me with it, actually, because we were making... Actually, I'll tell you when it was. It was probably July, because we made cards for her teachers. Now, I could do with just another little open flower. To kind of, this is like a small one. I'm just going to have a look and see if we have any. Oh, we've got some in varied vases. And there's that one in the magnolia, which I very nearly picked up actually earlier. I was looking at it and I was thinking, oh, should I use that one? Oh, and it's also got that really nice leaf. Right, I just want some flowers to kind of come up beside the head of the unicorn there. Slightly thicker outline, but do some up there. It won't look so weird. Can you guys see that okay? Sorry. A bit low down. And then there's this lovely leaf in this set. Which is great for kind of filling in different gaps. So if you've just joined me, I'm preparing some images to put some sprinkles on. That's why I'm kind of taking my time a little bit with this to get it nice. Okay, so that's 2 images there. We'll go for a third. I like things in 3s. Maybe this time landscape. Hi Sheila. Oh, I'm glad you caught me live. There we go. Good. Ooh, so there's a flower. I'm just preparing to do some, use the new sprinkles. Where's my cloth? Oh, it's right. Just want to clean off. I know I'm being a bit pedantic, but I want to just clean off that bit of stem because I want to tuck this right in to this flower. Have it go off there as well. Have one there. Right, one more just in the corner up here. Let's put this away. Move these back. I'll just bring in the ones that I did a minute ago because I think they would have dried a bit more. I'll go with that one first. And I'm thinking if I just spread out, I know this is a bit minging. I don't know if you can use that word, minging. We do here in Mid Wales, minging. Yes, it's in the main one, Karen. Yes, it's. Oh, I've got my catalogue to hand. It's towards the back. Okay, so I'm a bit of a sprinkles virgin here, not used these before. So now either you can sprinkle then spritz, or you can spritz and sprinkle. So let's see if there's much difference. So I'm just going to sprinkle first. That's a bit of the purple. Oh, whoa, that came out thick and fast. You know what? I'm going to just so happen to have a brush next to me. I'm going to get you in a bit closer. There we go. Okay, I'm going to mix that around a bit. Okay, right. Hi, Tracy. Right, I'm just going to... Oh, okay, I've got another little cloth up here. Just going to... Wowzers. Whoa, I did not expect that to happen at all. That is bright. Yikes. Okay, I'm just going to spritz all over now. Try and move some of that. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, it's really saturated that colour. I was not expecting that. Sorry, I know it's a bit shiny for you. I'm just going to... Whoa. Okay, that comes out too thick and fast. I was not expecting that. It's my brush. I'm just going to cheat a bit, move it around. Okay. What happens if I do this? Do they, Sheila? Now you tell me. Now she tells me. Okay, let's get some washi tape. Right, washi tape ready. You were just waiting for me to do that, weren't you, Sheila? messy for you. Okay. Well, it's probably good that I did it in front of you, because then you'll remember, won't you? And go, don't do what Ruth did. So you say all but one. And I'm playing it safe. I'm going to like spread that washi tape down the side as well. Yeah, I don't mind getting messy. I just like it to be a bit more controlled. And not so wasteful. Honestly, I should be called the frugal crafter. Hello, Australia. Okay, you haven't missed much, Vanessa. You missed me putting a lot of this sprinkles stuff down. Look. And then everyone decided to tell me that I should have like covered over the holes. But you know what? We learn from our mistakes. So this is easy. This is literally you just spreading it over and sticking. Granny apple, mango, daffodil. Okay. Right. Hello, Janice. Yes, I would think there's a lifetime supply, especially now I'm putting the washi tape over 2 of the holes. Although I do run workshops and classes, so I must admit my brushos, which I thought would never run out, I think are starting to run out. Okay, let's start again. So that was a little bit heavy on the old brushos. So I'm thinking, what about a bit of a yellowy, go for a yellowy horse. Not horse, unicorn. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Oh, oh my life. That is quite still. That is a lot, isn't it? Okay, just want just a hint of yellow there. Maybe a hint of, oh, that's not quite covered. I think you almost need half a hole, to be honest. Never mind 1 hole, half a hole. Okay, a bit there. A little bit of yellow. A little bit of green. Oh no, that's not green. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, oops, someone's labelled it up. Oh my goodness. Or does the green look orange and then when you spray it, it ends up looking green? Mate, look, isn't that orange? Okay, I'm just going to trust Stampin' Up that they have got this right. And then if they haven't, I will contact them on Monday morning. What's that? I bet you're all laughing at me because you've already played with this, haven't you? Put a little bit of blue there. Now, actually, I think I remember someone saying this, that it doesn't look the colour until you wet it. Okay, Sheila's having a right giggle at my expense. Oh, yeah, look, it is green. Psychedelic. Wowee. Woo! Psycho unicorns. Woohoo! Oh, it's not so vivid now. this blue. Let's go for a bit more of this blue. Oop. Oh, now I decide to run out of water. Oh, I've got my big one here. Yeah! Blast it to smithereens. Yeah! Okay, that's a bit better. I'm just going to pat that off a bit because I do want that to show a bit more. Try small amount of water, then spritz. Then sprinkle. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. I did say at the beginning, should I spritz, then sprinkle, sprinkle, and spritz? So that I've been doing the sprinkle, then spritz. So we'll try the other method now. So, oh, where did I put my water? I've given up with this little thing. Yeah, I'll just get the hose on it. Right. Oh, look at these. Look, these are nice and pretty now. So what's just this? Granny apple green. Okay, no, we won't go for that. Let's try some Bermuda Bay. Oh no, I just did that one. Try some of this. Yeah, it's just really not as much control, is there? I'll put some water in here. Because this does give a much finer mist than my garden spray. Actually, this is quite fun, moving the colour around after you've saturated it. I'm seeing the colours kind of mix and kind of dive around the page, really. Yeah, I could do it that way as well. I think my mother was right. I don't do delicate, really. Not that my mother ever used those words with me, apart from once where I remember trying on a really... it was just a like plain black dress, and I was sort of like strutting in the living room, and my mum told me I walked like a duck. And I think that's kind of like me, really. I just kind of like go, gung-ho, go, just chuck it all on, see what happens. No, no, that's not true. I do have finesse sometimes. But with this kind of stuff, I kind of tend to go for it. Right, yes, you can create delicate backgrounds, should you wish. I'm just going to leave that to one side to dry. Yeah, you can just do, you know, a little sprinkle. Oh, look, just one drop. That's not too bad, is it? Oh, too many. Actually, if you can, what's the word? Demonstrate self-control. It's quite nice just to see the kind of splatters happening. There we go, that's better. Oh, that's exactly what Janice just said. I prefer less water and sprinkle than leave to develop. Am I just not being patient enough? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, actually, I quite like that. Okay. I'll be good, Janice. What's this one? Mango. Little bit of daffodil. Little bit of pink. Right, so spray and let it develop. Okay. I picked it up. Oops. Yeah, these certainly create interesting backgrounds. They'll be fun to stamp on afterwards. Stop! No more water, Ruth! Okay, this time I'm going to spray. So it's not saturated, but it's, you know. Okay, I'll be good girl. I'll not do much now, okay? Ooh. Drown in the sprinkles. I don't know what accent that was, sorry. I'm so sorry. It's a bit like a Rorschach test. It's like 1 minute I see a face, then I see a butterfly, then, you know. It's a tiny bit there undeveloped. Just one spray. Missed. There we go. Put a bit of purple on it. I think they do behave slightly differently to the brushos. Yeah, they are different. I couldn't say that they were better or worse, they're just different. They just behave very differently. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to teach me proper Scottish, Janice. Scottish. Scottish. Right, we could try painting with them. That's the other option. Where's my palette? Hide it. Oh, I had a dirty brush. Vanessa says try sprinkling and moving them with dry brush, then spray. Okay. Someone's been using this brush and not cleaned it properly afterwards. It's very stiff. I like how, I just noticed it when I painted with this, that if the sprinkles haven't quite developed, you see like it's almost like a streak of colour really, which is quite fun. That's quite nice. I wonder if I can... Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah, it's a shame you can't join me. Yeah, it's just very splattery. I mean, what can I say? Splatters is splatters, you know. These are slightly wet splatters. Wetter. It'll be interesting to see what happens if I spray that now. Very lightly. Yeah, it's reacting a little bit more. Hi, Vicky. Just going to do a little bit in this corner and then. There we go. I haven't got any tissue. I should have had some tissue by my side just to mop up. But sometimes it's nice just to leave it and see what happens. Okay, so that was the first one that I just attacked with the brushes and put far too much on. That one I attacked as well. Or was it that one? A bit too dark. Well. And this is just my attempt at doing backgrounds. And then that's painting on. Yeah, I'm thinking it'd be interesting to see how this mixes with the texture paste, to be honest. But I think I'll do that another day because it's already pretty messy on my desk and I haven't got a lot of space. Oh, I've got one little bit left. Oh no, that's not. Oh, this is not the shimmer stuff. This is just a piece of very vanilla. It behaves so differently, the very vanilla with water. Oh, I quite like that. You could stamp like Snowfront on this. It would look really cool. I'm literally just using up what I've got on my palette here. It's very artsy. Okay, I'm running out of card. What have I got up here? What's that? Oh, I tell you what I thought of doing. You know, the other day I was stamping all those black and white images. Well, I then started trying to colour them in with some alcohol pens. But I wondered what the sprinkles would look like on one of these. Have a go. Oh my goodness, I've got ink everywhere. I've got my oh dear. Never mind. Okay, let's just try a little bit of the... Oh, let's try wetting first and see what happens. Now this is just plain very vanilla cardstock. So it'll be interesting to see how it reacts differently. Yeah, because it soaks in much quicker, it does behave very differently. Because of the shimmer white, it tends to float on the top for a bit longer. Okay, so that was interesting. Let's see if I've got some more very vanilla here. Oh, I have. Okay, let's try it with the purple this time. Okay, so that was one I already spritzed a bit, and that's the effect. And then I'm finding that when I'm spraying the spritzer, the force of the water going onto the powder actually makes the powder dissipate a bit more, and so you end up with this kind of like sprinkling effect. Now that's interesting because with the brushos, I never used to find it very good on just our normal Whisper White or very vanilla cardstock, but I actually think I prefer the results of the pigment sprinkles on that. I like that. Have I got some watercolour paper? Yes, somewhere, yes. No, this is just very vanilla, this one. Yeah, I'll grab some out in a second. I think I know where it is. Okay, so that's the purple. Gorgeous grape, apparently. But it clearly has got other colours mixed in there, which is fun. So that was the Bermuda Bay, that's the Gorgeous Grape. Oh, I'm dripping a bit of yellow there. But... Now I think this behaves in a slightly different way. I think the powder from this one, this is Melamambo, is much finer. And it has orange in it. bits of orange. So that behaves very differently. Then, so we've done, oh no, we haven't done Daffodil Delight yet, have we? I'm going to need more water then. Oh, let's see what will happen if I do it with this. I know this is a little bit more forceful, but so this is Daffodil Delight. It's got the odd pink bit in there. Yeah, it's got the odd sort of darker element. Okay. Then, what haven't I used yet? Granny Apple. Granny Apple that looks orange when you sprinkle it, but is actually green and blue and yellow. I like that. I really like that. I don't know if it was because of the water that I used or the, I don't know, it feels like each one has its own quality. Likes to do its own thing. Although I'm not being very scientific in the way that I'm applying the water. Right, which one have I not done? Mango Melody. I found sprinkling the pigment sprinkles on top of shaving cream. Ah, yes, I have done that as well. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as it is. I quite like that. Right, so surprise thing for me is that the standard paper that we do, Stampin' Up do, is actually quite adequate for getting interesting results. I quite like that. The shimmer white is just a whole nother ball game. Right, I want to do one just on, I know that I did that one on Bermuda Bay, but I'm just going to do one so it's, I've got it on plain. There it is. Wow, that's quite fine and it's just pouring out, even of that one hole. Wow. It's drying, it sort of soaks up really quick. Love that. Okay. Watercolour paper, says Vicky. Yeah, I'll see if I can find some. No, that's not it. Oh, one little piece, I think. No. No, that's not it. Bear with, I'm just trying to find. Yeah, the Bermuda Bay is beautiful. I've got some of the glossy paper we used to do. I know I purchased some. It might be in the bag that I used for my old ladies. Hold on. Because I took some for a class, my Monday class. Oh, yeah, found it. Yeah, it was amazing. A few weeks ago, I took some hydrangea flowers from my garden as inspiration for them. And one of the ladies who attends my Monday class, she used to be a draftswoman. She did like technical drawings for nuclear power stations. So she's very precise, or can be very precise when she paints. So I took her this hydrangea for her to paint, and I gave her this nice thick watercolour paper to do it on. And oh, it was just stunning. She did this beautiful pencil drawing, and then she painted it in. And yeah, very accomplished woman. Delightful to talk to. The last one's very pretty. Yeah, I like that one as well, Amy. Yeah. Might be interesting on photo paper. Yeah, the glossy paper is, yeah. Isn't the Whisper White paper stop breaking down with the water? What do you mean? Okay, this is the watercolour paper. So I'll do half where I spray it first. Oh, I'm running out. Yeah, I didn't seem to quite understand what you meant. When it dries, does it wipe off? Oh, do you mean it does any sprinkles wipe off? No, I think if you've wet the sprinkles, it just melts into the paper, if that makes sense. I think if you've got a blob that you haven't quite wet enough, then it will wipe off, yes. But that's why I'm kind of... I think that's maybe why I'm oversaturating, because I don't want that to happen. But then I'm overdoing it. Like that idea. Oops. Come on, sprinkle. Oh, that's better. I just dab that off a bit. Right. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, Ruth, get on with it. Nope, see, that does come out very fast out of there. I think I might need to put the washi tape a bit further over. Yeah, it's taking its time to soak in, a bit like the shimmer white, really. Nice infecting places, though. I like how it's bleeding down there. I'll just put a little bit of yellow there and there. Forgetting the word stop, says Sheila. Yes, I know. I don't understand that word. I mean, more is more, girl. Yeah, I do like the way the colours are mixing. It's a whole different kind of feel, really, with the watercolour paper, I have to admit. Try dripping just water down the paper and then sprinkle it. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. I'm running out of places to put things. Right, so let's spray. So you're saying spray quite liberally. So I've got a bit of water drips. Then sprinkle. So this is the... Come on. Yeah, does that. Jellyfish. Yeah, it does look a bit like jellyfish. I wonder if I did it at the top and did another colour coming down the other way. You always need to sometimes help it by creating new channels. Certainly interesting. Now try spritzing the drips. What, these ones? Okay, I'm just going to let it do its thing for a minute. Because it's still moving. Wow, thank you guys for getting inky with me. I was kind of just itching to have a little play. It's nice to have your company. And maybe we'll come back again and, well, I will come again and use, I'll let all these dry. Obviously they can dry overnight and they'll be ready to use for something, and then we'll stamp on these. Yeah, I thought this would work in a very different way. I suppose it was because I was used to how the brushes worked, that I thought, oh yeah, it'll be fine, it will be great. And it didn't quite work out how I intended it. However, it won't be wasted. What I could probably do is stamp that image onto another piece of card and cut it out and maybe stick it over the top. Or just, I mean, some people would like that anyway, as it is. But, yeah, it'd be interesting to... When it's dried, it'll be a bit different. But this is the other watercolour one, which is drying nicely. I really like that. Hi Linda, getting inky with Ruth is always fun. Yeah, that's because I'm getting inky. You're just sitting at the comfort of your home, just pressing buttons, not getting inky. See, I wish I could like splatter you all. Exactly, says Linda. Yeah, exactly. You could try the watercolour pencils over it too. Yes, yeah. If you go back and watch that video that I mentioned, Jenny, I basically I got the watercolour pencils and I scraped off the colour onto water. So that's kind of fun to do. It's a bit more in control of it. But I tell you what, I really have enjoyed doing is actually discovering what is actually in the colours of the. So that's the Granny Apple Green, for example, and I didn't expect to really see all that blue and yellow and everything. That's the, I think that's the yellow, or is it the orange? I could be wrong. No, I think that's the Mango Melody, but it's not too far from the Daffodil Delight. The Daffodil Delight seems to have less of the pinky elements in it. Then that's the purple one. That's the Bermuda Bay. and that's the Melon Mambo, which has got quite a few reddish tones, but got the odd yellow sort of sprinkle in there, which is super fun. That just looks like a wave, an explosion, doesn't it? Jenny says, it's usually getting me inky. This is the cleanest ink play you've had. I like the way the paper feels after using the shaving technique. Yes, it does. Yeah, I have done that one. I'll come back and have a go with the shaving technique one with you guys at some point. But no, I like these. Yeah, I can imagine using these to do. And then that's what. Now this is on the shimmer white cardstock, so it's a very different effect. I mean, I know I was overdoing it with water a little bit there, but it's very, very different. And then that's painting it. So mixing the colours with water and then using them as paint, and that's on the shimmer white, and it is very pretty. The colours are very, with that little bit of sparkle in them, they're very pretty. And then that was just painting it onto the very vanilla cardstock, which has ended up looking very muted. I think because the colours then started to mix, I've ended up with sort of almost green and very earth tones, very brown, lots of browns in there. So that's quite fun. So Vanessa's off to have breakfast. Excellent. I love the way the paper feels. Oh yes, I read that one. Really nice colours and patterns. Thank you, Reet. And that was just having a little play with what I'd stamped the other day. I did colour in. It's up here. Oh, here it is. I coloured in one of the daisies with the Stampin' blends, and I was going to stick that on top of there. So if you haven't seen where I stamped these backgrounds, this was my last video on stamping black and white kind of backgrounds with the very Versailles and those. So just go and check those out. Actually, very Versailles stamped on one of these would look pretty cool, wouldn't it? There we go. Right, thank you for the pleasure of your company, and come again back again next week sometime, and I probably will make something out of these. Yeah. Incidentally, any of you who follow Jennifer Maguire, I saw that on one of her recent videos, she's using up scraps of backgrounds. She's really into making backgrounds and stamping backgrounds and things, and one of her recent videos was using up the scraps from cards that she'd made, and she was talking about how she stores them in kind of like colour families. So she stores like the greens and blues and purples together, and then the orange, pinks and yellows and reds together, and she was making use of her scraps. So if you like any of my scrap videos, I know I haven't done one for a little while, but Jennifer Maguire's is quite interesting if you want to check that out. You're welcome, Jenny. Lovely to see you all. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. I'm off to church, and I've got I'm cooking lots of food. It's our sort of bring and share lunch, so it's always good fun. So yeah, if you're ever in the area, come and join us for lunch. Right, have a great day. Have a great weekend, and see you all soon. Bye.